Hello everybody, and welcome back to WorldBox. And it doesn't look like we got too much going on right now. But that shouldn't be a surprise. But we do have a new elven city that is clearly overpopulated compared to their housing. Look at them, chopping down trees. And another one. And there's orcs on the island now. I'm not too sure how there are orcs on the island now, but there is, so that's alright. I guess they're doing something with their population. Are they trying to get those trees on their spot, or what? Maybe build a house? Did they betray them and join the elves? No, that did not happen. They do not mess with the races of each other. That's for sure. But one thing that is for sure is that Rappakurg's got a lot of rebuilding to do. They've changed, and sorry if there's a lot of noise this video. We got some cleaning crews in for the day. But that's not going to stop from showcasing this sacred planet. And, most populated village is now Nezo. Cadpoc is experiencing a little bit of a decline. For once. Interesting. And now we got some demons over here. Right beside the army. Probably wasn't the best place to show up. But they had the audacity to show up. Which is interesting. They are not letting them have any mercy whatsoever. Hey, they handled that fairly well, with minimal casualties as well. So that's good. Good for them. Very nicely done. I wonder if they're gonna try and head over to that small island over there, maybe. Perhaps they will. I don't know. I mean, they swam all the way over here, the orcs, or maybe they're gone. I don't know where they are. Interesting. Well, this village is definitely getting going. They're already getting some housing up, and already pushing down towards the south. Definitely going faster than other elven villages were, or are, for that matter. I'm not sure if that's a good spot for the port, but I mean, it's stayed there for a while, so I'm going to say that it is. They've got all 4 of their critical buildings in the same area, though, which I don't usually like. No, I don't really like stuff like that, because a single asteroid or an attack can cut it off from the rest of the city. And with Cadpoc being as big as it is, that may not be such a good idea. Now another tornado is ravaging Gagoi. Perhaps it'll even move into Cadpoc later. Looks like it is. Maybe. Maybe it'll stay back. I think, it's hard to tell. No, I think it took out some buildings in Cadpoc. Yeah, it definitely is. I'm surprised it didn't tear down that tower. And they put their new port in Gagoi down at the bottom, which isn't very ideal because most of the buildings are up near the north side. There goes their townhouse, as well as some of their farmland, and a bunch of trees. And that tower's probably going now as well. Oh no, it's still standing. Somehow, it stayed. That tornado could have torn it down. And you'd think watchtowers would be easier to destroy than a house, but no. It's taken a lot more punishment than the average house has. And a lot of people are becoming crippled because of this tornado, which is not very ideal. Especially if the orcs are planning on making an army out of these people. Well, that shrunk the tornado down a bit. And it also got rid of their port and some boats, though. Which isn't very good. They're building their new townhouse right there at the bottom. Looks like they're trying to migrate down towards the south. Interesting. Where are they going to set up their new port now? Are they going to set up their new port somewhere? Now? Or not? It's getting a little bit close to Cad Pock. They'd already destroyed a few of their houses. I'm not sure if they'd want another few gone. Probably not, because that's not very ideal in any case. And yet, they're still managing. I think the tornado's down to its final size now. So that's good for everybody. And lightning can get rid of it immediately. What about fire? Well, it didn't even stay around long enough for me to see. I'm gonna say no. But I set somebody on fire midair. Does fire affect a boat? Because that boat doesn't seem to be moving. Interesting. It did set some fire onto the land. It doesn't affect boats. Well, I'm sure they'll be fine. Let's get rid of that before I accidentally do other stuff with it that I don't mean to. Maybe. And yet, here we are. And those orcs are going really far out to sea. Wonder if they'll be pulled out to that island eventually. Perhaps. But that tornado is really going far out to sea now. Oh, and now we got the elves having another crisis here. Another civil war. How will this one go? I'm not sure if I should keep aggressive villagers on or not. But I think the elves will be able to handle this again. It wouldn't surprise me. They should be able to handle it. Their armies are already moving in and dealing with the population now. What is going on? Are they actually defending themselves now? It's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell what's going on right now. Or who's winning, for that matter. There's a lot of archer support from inland. So it'll be an interesting battle. And now the archers are moving in. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. But they are managing to get through. And I see watchtowers firing, yet. 5 arrows per salvo and going in. And their watchtowers are helping out as well. For the moment, at least. Are they going to survive? Some watchtowers are being burned now. They're definitely being hit hard. There goes that one. There's watchtowers all along the border there. Almost assumes like it was going to be attacked. The elves are having some success in the other areas down in the south. In the north, though, their army is managing to hold them off fairly easily. Strange. Quite strange. And that is very noisy. But hopefully my voice is all you guys hear, rather than the constant banging of vacuums and mops and whatnot. But, wow, those archers let off a massive salvo of arrows towards them. Are there any watchtowers that are decently close, or not, maybe? Perhaps? I don't know. But there is not much population left, that's for sure. Compared to the other places, at least. When you're teamed up, it's kind of hard to do much. Let's see. Are the main places helping out? They're sending some help. 108 help, actually. Maybe not. Not sure where they're going. Oh. And the king was slain. So it might be getting close to the end of the war. With massive casualties. Their army is little more than some archers with bows and some arrows. And they're all being cut down by the army of elves with adamant type bows and iron bows to the north. And they're being destroyed right now. And there goes their temple. They only have 3 population left. Is it going to be captured? Nope, it is not. Well, not yet anyways. Their village is gone. Their kingdom will live on. And I'm sure that the other cities here will expand now to try and take those extra buildings. It would not surprise me. They do still have quite a few livable buildings. Rather than establishing a new village. I see plenty of things that can still be used. A mine, a port, and plenty of houses. Top tier houses, in fact. So how... Oh, they already established a new village to try and keep it alive in that area. Now we're going to build a campfire. Very key building. At least in most cases. Speaking of campfires, though, and cultures, for that matter, Zogzag is on the very edge. They've lost hundreds of people. And now, Zogwa is researching Mithril. Zogzag, researching army training too. Yado's done, and Yad Li is researching spread speed too. Something that should have been researched quite a while ago. Just being researched now. Interesting. Why do they choose to do it now, though? What made them choose to go and do it now? 10 people in that village. It would have been better, in my opinion, to just use the other 2 villages and spread and take that area. One less village to worry about. In my opinion, at least. They're getting really far south. They may yet get down there to where there's perfect building space. Perhaps not, though. Because it seems like that place never really gets far. A village in that area. Fortunately, they did get a lot of their buildings up. They've got houses, mines, and a port. A house. Houses, their townhouse, a mine, and a port. No barracks yet, though. Which is kind of a shame. They do need that, to be honest. But they should do just fine with what they have. It's definitely going to boost the elven population, that's for sure. Especially after this last war that kind of dropped it down again. I think that port may be claimed. It looks like the campfire automatically destroys itself when the village falls. Which would be, kind of makes sense when I hear things being destroyed as soon as the village disappears. It doesn't make sense. It was also nice that campfires have a purpose now. I like that. A lot of houses being taken. The new village isn't going to be nearly as big as the other one. But that serves its purpose. As the losers of the war, this new village shouldn't get as much. Seeing as It's on the ground of a former trader. Makes sense, in my opinion. Aona is getting fairly big. Nearly as big as the capital. Once they get a bunch of buildings up, I'm sure they're going to be able to do just fine. Rappakerg's still got a few old buildings they need to tear down, but I'm sure that they'll do just fine with what they have. They may yet get there. They've got watchtowers set up everywhere along the borders because they do not want any other attacks coming in. They don't seem to be focused about building outside of that mountain island now. Look at all this stuff happening over here. They may take that port. I think they're going to. And this boat is being attacked now. And there it goes. Wait, there's 3 elven armies there. Which means a boat did land. And did help with the attack. So that is good to hear. And what do I see? Orcs. I knew I saw some yellow there. So there are orcs. They're building, not their townhouse? Or their barracks? Let's see. And there's lightning over there. It was their townhouse that they built. Good. That's good for them. They need it. Huh. How are they gonna do it, though? How are they gonna get their barracks up? The other cities are closing in fast, and there's not much room left. Lyra may take a couple more houses before they're done. Perhaps they will. And they're definitely taking that port. There's no way they're not. Yeah, space was divided up pretty well. And that new village has got barely any space to move in. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to work. And they spread a little bit farther, the new village. We got a decent amount of land out of it, not as much as the other villages though. Oh, they built a well there. Use of the small space is being put to use. That was proper English, without a doubt. But there's not much else happening at the moment, by the looks of it. Houses being taken. Lyra seems to be letting them have the rest. Taking off the pace and the pressure. Perhaps. You might even say. Oh. And that one hit the ocean as well. They don't seem to be hitting the land anymore. Not sure why. That was kind of interesting to see, but I've only seen them hit oceans. It's kind of weird. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. But some orcs are leaving now. Or they were trying to get in. No, they are leaving. But I think I'm going to as well. Because I'm nearly out of time and I don't want any more interruptions. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.